Leo. What's up, Leo? Welcome to Fire Fridays, where I read for you every Friday, as you might have gathered. Fire Fridays. Leo, it's so good to see you. Welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. I am still here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome, and it is my pleasure to do so. No Palo Santo today. My lighter died, and that's fine because it stinks in here like Palo Santo, so who cares? I've been hotboxing this thing bad, as you know. I've been pretty vigilant with it, and it's fine. It's a symbol, really, more than anything. I still cleared the energy, and I'm ready to read for you. I have a myriad of decks out, and I think we're going to actually start with Cosmic Tarot, which I don't even know if you've seen, Leo. If you watch your moon rising in Venus and stuff like that, you've probably seen it, because I do use it often, but not seemingly on fire signs. For whatever reason, I felt like I had to get this deck out for you, Leo. I just got it out to read for you, so I know they want to be read. So we're going to take 3 cards of general energy here, and we'll get things kicked off. All right, Leo. Yes, indeedy. All right. Let's go. We're kicking it off with the 8 of Wands. We have some rapid communication coming in here. We've got the Fool. The beginning of a new journey, a new cycle, a major cycle, Leo. I love the Fool card. Some people, some people have mixed feelings about it. To me, it's like a brand new start on a major cycle of your life, full of optimism and hope, and it's just it's good vibes. And then we got the Moon. Something regarding your inner world, your hopes and your dreams, what it is that you truly desire. Also, Cancer, and in this case, Pisces as well. They're indicating both there. It's really more of a Cancer card, in my opinion. Cancer is ruled by the Moon. So anyway, yes, your inner world. So there's a new opportunity, some kind of communication could be coming in that's going to yield a brand new opportunity that's really near and dear to your heart in a sense. Underlying the deck is the Tower. Rapid change, very rapid change. It's not always negative, but what this is basically here with the Tower card is something that was previously established needs to be cleared out of the way so that something new can take its place. So this Tower, you could imagine it being like certain aspects of your life that you identify with as who you are, but it's not really who you are. It's just things in your life that you use as a measure of who you are. So, your career, right? You're not actually your career. It's just what you do for a living. That's not really who you are, but sometimes we tend to take these things on. So there's a big shift. Something that you have identified with, I think, is being removed to get more to the core of who you are. And it could be very fast with the 8 of Wands and the Tower. I mean, both of those are fast-moving cards, fast communication and a rapid change. I don't feel that it's negative because, again, the Fool feels very positive in this case. And so ultimately, this change is going to lead you somewhere that is to your benefit in many ways. I think we're going to go ahead and clarify with the Hermetic Tarot. Yes, indeed. 10 of Cups is on the bottom right now as I pick it up, just for what it's worth. A card of wonderful happiness. Wonderful happiness, not the shitty kind. I'm sorry, Leo. I'm in a happy mood. This feels good. The energy feels positive, Leo. That's all. So don't mind my goofy ass. I'm just feeling the positivity here. What does Leo need to know about the 8 of Wands? What does Leo need to know about this 8 of Wands, please? 3 cards. I'm going to do one more shuffle here. The Chariot just popped. All right. The Chariot popped out. Lord of the Triumph of Light. That's interesting. Lord of the Triumph of Light. The Triumph of Light. This is, again, with the Tower combination, it's like this is the changes that need to happen are for you to be aligned with Spirit so that Spirit can take you somewhere. The Triumph of Light. In other words, good will prevail or a positive outcome will prevail. This is a card of Cancer, definitively Cancer. So, yeah, something's about to shift here. Okay, this is good. Knight of Pentacles, Lord of the Wild and Fertile Land. Knight of Pentacles. We have Virgo. Double Virgo on this card. That's interesting. But this is a slow-moving knight, but this is something coming towards you, but they're coming towards you with tact and careful consideration. Let me put it that way. And we have the Two of Pentacles, Lord of Harmonious Change. We've got Capricorn and Jupiter on here. So again, the changes that are happening in your life, that they are to bring balance to your life. So there's definitely a clear indication that something is changing, and it may be changing in a dramatic way, but it's for the best. It's meant to serve you. Underlying the deck is the Empress, Daughter of the Mighty Ones. This is the Divine Feminine, and this is an energy of creation. The Divine Mother creates. And so normally, in like Rider, she's in a wheat field. The harvest time, which is Virgo season. We oftentimes associate the Empress with Virgo, either Virgo or Taurus. But just for what it's worth, it's divine creation. And so some of you may be getting ready to... This change is going to poise you to create something new. Excuse me a moment, I dropped the card. Clarifying the Fool now, moving forward. We do have the Three of Swords, Lord of Strife. This is about heartbreak, usually heartache, disappointments, setbacks like that. Coming through communication, of course. So it is over the Fool card. This is hopefully something we're getting out of here. Nine of Swords, Lord of Despair and Cruelty. The Nine of Swords, despair and cruelty. What is despair? Despair is anguish. It's a reaction to something externally. But key here is that it's internal energy. We have Gemini and Libra represented so far with these sword cards. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, good. Lord of Material Gain. Nine of Pentacles. I love this because we're, again, clarifying the Fool. There's lots of changes going on. There's a new cycle in your life that's beginning. We have heartache and despair being overcome by self-satisfaction. Okay? The Nine of Pentacles is traditionally thought of as a card of like enjoying the fruits of your labor, celebrating and enjoying your hard work. It's an individual empowerment card. So it's telling me that you're coming out of this energy of heartache and despair and moving into an area of your life where you're being very confident and self-satisfied and happy. Okay? It is around Pentacles as well, so these changes would potentially, even if it was about something else, like a relationship, coming out of that and moving into an empowered state may actually spill over into your work life, in a sense that you may be more motivated and you might actually find yourself being quite successful with something in the material world, be it career or health or other things like that. Underlying the deck is the Hermit, Magus of the Voice of Light. This is Virgo. We have Virgo represented a lot so far in this reading. I keep seeing Virgo signs. So Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy as well. But the Hermit is all about that inner work that's being done. When you have a setback, you go within and you're healing and processing things. And as a result of that, of course, you're gaining enlightenment, and that gives you wisdom to move forward in life. So I feel like the setback, the pain and stuff that you've suffered is paying off, in the sense that you learned valuable lessons and gained wisdom, and now you're stepping into an energy of really investing in yourself, right? And that Fool energy, that's the journey that you're on right now, is like finally really committing to investing in yourself and putting yourself first in a way. So strong emphasis on that. I love that. Okay, Leo, let's get some clarification on the moon, shall we? Oh, Leo. Yeah. Yep. This is positive. All right, Leo, let's get some clarification on the moon for you. One more shuffle here. All right. Regarding the moon, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of the Thrones of Earth. Kind of ties into that Nine of Pentacles energy. They're actually very similar to me. The Queen of Pentacles works diligently to cultivate the environment that she wants to be in. This is about house and home, but and family as well, more holistically. I feel like you're investing a lot of energy in just cultivating a safe and happy environment for you and your family. Love that. We have the universe, the great one of the Knight of Time. The universe is equivalent to the World card in the major arcana. It's the end of a major cycle. The world leads to the Fool and vice versa. It's with the Fool here and the World here, it's telling me that this was a closure of a major cycle in your life. Something really big. You learned a big lesson, and it's changed you in a very positive way. And then we got the Eight of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. This is working hard on your craft, whatever it is that you do. You're honing skills, honing different skills in your life, in your career space. Again, it's kind of an energy of investment, like the Nine of Pentacles. You're investing in what you do and what you're passionate about, and gaining skills, just honing your skills, basically. So there is a focus on yourself. There's a focus on yourself here, and I think that that's a substantial thing. So, you know, I guess going back to the beginning of the reading where we had the Tower and everything, it may have been a very difficult thing that's kind of occurred in the past, but you've learned so much from it, and now you're rebuilding. You're rebuilding a more authentic version of yourself, which is awesome. Also, I'd point out, and I never noticed this before, but we do have the Virgo symbol again, of course, but Virgo is all over this thing. But also the sun. The sun is that circle with the dot. And the sun, my dear Leo, is that's your sign. That's part of your sign, Leo. Ruled by the sun. Okay? High Priestess underlies the deck. Priestess of the Silver Star. This is about your inner knowing, your inner intuition, and your recognition of your sacred self. I don't know. That was something for somebody. You're recognizing your status as a priestess or as a priest, respectively. Take it as it resonates. But basically, your sovereignty within your inner self and your spiritual side, and also I feel like you've tapped more into your spiritual side through this process. It's caused some spiritual growth and maturation, and it's been something that really gives you the opportunity to share with others in certain ways your wisdom and insight in a spiritual sense. You don't have to be weird about it. I'm not saying go out and evangelize something, not necessarily, but you have, as you're moving through life with this this energy, I feel like you have something to offer other people when they're going through something. You will have a stronger sense and confidence within your own wisdom. Let me put it that way. So coming out the other side wiser and ready to offer wisdom, when the opportunities arise, as an act of service, kind of like I'm doing here. I'm trying to share as an act of service to you, my friend. So Leo, I feel like that's something that you're kind of stepping into as well, which is awesome. That's great. At the end of how much better would this world be if we all were willing to help each other out, and really respond to our respective callings. So there is something here that you may have, some of you out there have a specific calling around helping others, or a desire. Yeah, I don't know. It could have things, something to do with mental health for some of you. I know I'm going way out on a limb here, specific for somebody, but You may have a desire for mental health, to maybe become a psychiatrist or a counselor or something like that, or literally a spiritual, a literal priestess or priest, maybe to serve in a respect, whatever your religious beliefs may be. There are such a thing as just spiritual churches too. It's not very common, but if you're just kind of into general spirituality and you're not really subscribed to a particular religion, there are still groups, of course. The YouTube community at large and what we're doing right now. You may have something. I'll stop hammering on this now, but you may have something to offer in some form or fashion. I think you know what that is, Leo. If that's resonating at all, that's where this Eight of Pentacles is coming in too, is like honing that skill. So, and honing your intuition. The High Priestess is a card of intuition. So you may be developing a skill set like tarot reading, for example, and that may be something that you're meant to do. But let's get an outcome for you, Leo. I'll stop talking now. We'll get your outcome, okay? Potential outcome, of course. These energies are optional. How you respond to your external world is your choice. And, as within, so without, as without, so within. So depending on how you react to your external world is really going to dictate how the external world reacts to you. And there's your magic lesson for the day, your alchemy lesson. All right, I'm going to stop talking now. We'll get into it. We have the potential outcome. We have the Five of Pentacles. So like I said, a choice. You do have the option available to you to feeling left out in the cold and feeling sorry for yourself. That's one option you have. You have strength. You have the option to abide your strength instead. Leo, this is your card. And look at this. This gal, this is a little different than the traditional, but I like it. She's got that badass look on her face. Like, yeah, that's right. This is my lion. You've tamed the lion. And that lion is sort of a representation of sovereignty, especially, people don't actually know this, but the Rider-Waite-Smith has a lot of Christian, it has a strong Christian background, and there's a lot of Christian symbolism and iconography in the Rider-Waite that we all use. This lion is a card of sovereignty, and it's sort of about mastering your own inner sovereignty in a lot of ways. So I feel like you're finding your sovereignty here. You can choose that. Then we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of finally having to release a burden. The burden's become so much to bear that you're really ready to let it go. So you're going to release the burden. But how you do it is really up to you. Because the Five of Pentacles here is such a juxtaposition to the Strength card. I think it's just saying, like, do you want to find your power as you go through these changes, or do you want to be sad, basically, and feel like you've missed out on something? Underlying the deck is Judgment. Judgment is sort of the, some people call it the final boss of the major arcana in the tarot, which basically is like, it's like Spirit has intervened on this situation. These changes have happened. The Tower moment, that's happened or about to happen. And it's meant to realign you more closely to your divine purpose. And your divine purpose isn't necessarily work. Like, when people say divine purpose, sometimes they think of like spiritual service, and it feels very cringy. I mean, for lack of a better term. I'll be straight with you. I'm a deeply spiritual person now. And I was a religious person for 30 years of my life. I was actually, I served in a church as a worship pastor, and I taught Bible to the youth group and all kinds of stuff before I ended up walking away from all that. And there was a season of time between that and where I am now, where I was just very staunchly atheistic in my view of life. And I just thought, we're meat and bones, and we die and go into the dirt, and that's it. I kind of obviously had a very strange revival of spiritual energy, but you know, I'm still not religious. I'm not. But I am very spiritual, and I do have certain beliefs about how this may all work. And we all have different beliefs, and that's okay. I do believe in a collective consciousness that is effectively the whole universe, and this is really that collective consciousness of the universe calling you to be more in line with who you truly are. Um, it's basically people rising out of their graves here. If you could think of it this way, rising out of the box that you've been placed in by circumstances in your life, by society, by what's expected of you. It's sort of removing you from that box so that you have the opportunity to then step into a life, coming up from the dead and becoming alive again, to step into an energy of like your most authentic self. So these changes that have occurred or are occurring, there's such a strong implication here, Leo, that it's changed you in a profound way, in a very positive way. And there's a slight inclination here that some of you may not be quite on board yet with this, but I almost feel like eventually the burden just is going to become too much to bear, and you're finally going to release it. And when you do, you're going to find your strength and really kind of tap more into what it is you're really about in this life, this divine purpose. The divine purpose isn't imposed on you by an authority necessarily. It's part of it. It's an authentic expression of who you are, Leo. So, okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. Got a little heavy at the end there. Thank you so much for being here. It's truly an honor. I love reading for you, Leo. Really do, actually. I'm becoming quite the Leo fan. But best of luck with this energy. If this resonated and you're not subscribed, of course, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button if you liked the video. It helps me, encourages me to keep going. But until next Friday, Leo, take care, have a beautiful week, and I hope to see you next time.